Spencer Moon. I was born in the South, but grew up in the North. I lived for many years in California, and now I'm a resident of Atlanta. Only 3 years, Labor Day, I've been living here.
Great.
A writer, educator. I've written a couple of books about the Black experience in film and TV, both in front of and behind the camera. One book is out of print, and the other book is still in print, and I even got a little residual check from that book, and it's been out about 10 years. And I'm working on a new book. The focus is on a group of films, both American and international, that I've identified as films that make a difference in terms of either their message, if it's a narrative film or a documentary film, or the way in which it treats humanity and presents it. And I'm also focusing on a couple of key cinema personalities who I think have made a difference over the years in terms of what they contributed, not just their films, either as producers or directors, but their work in other areas related to cinema in general. Well, I went to last year's event and covered it for a local magazine called Southern Screen Report. I must have looked at, I don't know, a couple dozen films from 5 or 6 minute short documentaries to 90-minute, 2-hour narrative films. And as somebody who's of the 60s generation and a baby boomer, as I described it in the article, for me it was like the 5, 6, and 11 o'clock news in terms of the wealth of information. And I found the whole experience very compelling, very informative, and also very encouraging in terms of the vision of the filmmakers, what they had to say, and also the hip-hop artists who were chronicled in the festival. So it was a real education about the generation that's come after me, and as I say, I'm very encouraged by their work and also the hip-hop artists. And one of the big demarcations was in understanding how the multinational corporations have taken some aspects of the music and the culture and this kind of gangster music that they've helped to perpetuate and make popular is really only a subgenre, even though the media focuses on that and kind of the attendant violence that comes out of that because it encourages that kind of thing, and the way that it misogynizes women. But above and beyond that, the other aspects of the hip-hop culture focus on the positive and try to present positive messages and spread the word about making positive social change through the music. So it was very informative, and I really learned a lot from it. Well, I'm leaning towards Obama, but I feel that this country is not ready yet to elect a black president. My feeling is that in some way it'll probably be Hillary Clinton and one of the other white guys. But I would be pleasantly surprised if Obama is on the ticket.
Do you think that's important, or
Oh, absolutely. It is very important that we get from a politics that only sees things in black and white, and it's so ironic that he has a mixed black and white background. And I think America needs to deal with multiculturalism, and he's emblematic of all those changes that have happened over the years. Post-50s kind of where everything clearly was black or white in terms of the way the country was set up, and now the country's become a lot more mixed in terms of ethnicity and multicultural influences in general. Encouraged by my experience of having you young ladies be here, just in the brief time we've had to kind of sit down and talk to each other and exchange ideas. As I mentioned to you earlier, I was finishing an interview for a magazine that's based in the Ukraine called Vesvit, and they asked me some questions about what I thought about the future and young people, and that's one of the things that people of my generation, in terms of having our consciousness changed by things like war and assassination and social and political movements, I see also that the young people of this generation are being affected by war, issues like the environment, and also social and political movements. So I'm encouraged by that, and also, my experience with you guys. I've had a great time. Well, first of all, they need to believe in themselves, to find focus in what it is they want to do. If they're interested in making the world a better place, it starts, first of all, you have to look in the mirror in terms of making change. The opportunities are certainly there for young people to make change, just in terms of their numbers. They just have to make themselves committed to it. And I think the most important thing for young people to do is to see all the mistakes that the previous generations have made, and to learn from those mistakes, and not to try to repeat any of those mistakes, and to make the world in their image, not in the image of the previous generations. That's very important, because the media tells you and presents this notion that their vision is how the world should be, and that's wrong and it's erroneous. The next generation should create the world in their images. Real sense, R-E-L